So
I think Danso's a starter, in my opinion. If I'm really honest with you, I'll be honest with you as well. I wouldn't mind him as captain. If I'm really honest with you, there you go. Put my man in the hat.
Danso as
yeah.
captain.
Yeah.
Sometimes, Alex, you just be saying things.
I'm not just saying it. No, yeah, but I'm not. No, I'm not just saying. No.
I remember before when you said Ben Davies is our best centre-back.
Okay.
No, wait. Let me land, yeah.
Let me put some context to it.
I'm gonna give you a professor. I'm gonna give you a lesson here, yeah.
No, because you jumped on it. You just jumped on it.
In our last boardroom, you spoke about how Ben Davies was our best centre back.
Oh yeah, okay. But we're not talking about that though. That's what
you should. For one, no. You can't then tell me now. You want Danso
you're not even giving me any context, bro. You're not even give me any context to it. You're not even giving me any context to it. Let me set the context to it. Yeah. When I look at the options we've got, yeah, we've got Romero, who's a hothead. Right. I don't trust him as captain. Right. You're telling me that Bentancur's going to do it. Right, he's only got 1 year left on the contract.
Romero's a hothead, but in what sense? Because like this hothead stuff, he does fly into challenges every now and then, but he's not a hothead. He's actually not a hothead.
For me, I don't think he's more captain material.
We need to dispel this myth because to say he's a hothead, he has less red cards than Basuma has in the last.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, bro. But
nobody calls Basuma a hothead. He's just a bozo.
The point is, though, okay. So when we look at the finish, when we look at the finish of the game,
no, it's the facts though. When it's Romero, it's a hothead because he's he's angry. He's aggressive.
So what about his form last season then?
He's a bozo. No,
so what is his form last season then? What was his form last season? He was up and down last season.
He was up and down. Romero was poor
up and down last season. So what about Danso?
Also the guy that says it was Ange's system. You said
so what about Danso? What about Danso though? Danso is consistent. Yeah, he's consistent.
We saw Danso for all of maximum of 10 games last year. He was injured when he came.
I'm sorry, but I will take him all day long when bloody Romero all day long, bro. I'll take him all day long, bro. Okay, so based on what you're saying, then you're basing your captain, who's not even signed a new contract yet, right? To stick with
I'm going with the guy that leads his country at this moment in time. The guy that's won trophies.
Argentina, bro.
Yes.
Yeah, look at the players in Argentina, bro.
What are you trying to say? Bro? Argentina ain't good. Are you trying to say Argentina ain't good?
They're good, but this. I mean, come on now. Look at this context to it, bro. This got world class players, bro. Danso, at least
he's the captain of world-class players. That's my point. He's got the experience leading. I want a player that's got experience leading. Now, I'm with you when saying that Romero's not a traditional captain. He's not vocal. He's not a leader in the sense that he's going to shout at the team and get onto them constantly in the game and get them all focused. I agree with you. Danso has some of those qualities, but Danso's not better than Romero on the pitch. So we can't, for one, have a captain that's not even better than Romero. He needs to be a better player than Romero to even make the pitch.
What do you mean? Okay, so what about McGuinn?
So you're telling me he should start over Romero now?
Aston Villa's McGuinn. What's his name? Aston Villa's McGuinn. Yeah, is he the best player?
It's not being the best player. For one, McGinn was a captain before they signed players that were better than him. You do know that.
Is Henderson the best captain? Was Henderson the best player? Was Henderson the best player at Liverpool then?
Again, he was a guaranteed starter because of the quality that he brought. You're not. Danso doesn't start, bro. What are we doing here?
No. But no disrespect. Yeah, but no disrespect. But why is Danso not starting in the first place then, bro? Let's be honest here.
No, come on, he's not better than Romero and Van der Ven. He's not. He's not better than that.
Based on what?
Based on everything. He's not better than that. He's a good player. He's a good solid player. He's a good solid player, but he ain't better than Romero and he ain't better than Van der Ven. When they're playing, if they're playing consistently, he's going to play a lot. He's going to play a lot of minutes. 100%. I think he'll play a lot of minutes. He ain't on their level. He could get to their level, but he ain't on their level. If people are coming in for him, let's not forget he's again a good player, but Wolves were interested in him. We nicked him off Wolves. Van der Ven had Liverpool. Romero's probably got Atletico Madrid. He's got he's not at that level just yet. But the problem is what you're just highlighting to me is that we've got no leaders. Like we just don't have leaders. That's a problem. That's a problem in this squad.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I need consistency in my team. I need consistency in my team.
Vicario as a leader.
Yeah. Vicario's a leader.
To be honest with you, I think Vicario is very, very shouty. But then actually when it comes down to it, like when he's commanding his box and things like that, I'm not saying he's not a leader, but when I'm talking about a captain, like a leadership group.
Nah, Luke, just say it. You're calling him a bit of a pussy. That's what you're saying. You're saying he loves to shout when it's just our players. When the other man around, like he's moving mad. He's not willing to get out there. Like, what are you trying to say?
I wouldn't say he's the most vocal when the ball's coming into the box. He's screaming for the ball and things like that. I don't think he's that vocal. I think he is a talker. But again, he's not. I wouldn't want him as my captain.
Sorry, I don't know what people are doing here. Like, I've seen people in the chat saying Romero is the best leader. What we doing here? What we bloody well doing here? I swear.
I don't
even know what we're doing here. I don't even know what we're doing here. I just don't know.
With Sonny being our captain, the reason why Sonny was our captain because he led by example. That was it. Is he may not have been the more vocal person, but one thing Sonny would have done would have been the first in training, would have been the last out, would have been speaking to all the players. He would have been setting an example. So he would have led by example in that sense. He would have showed you what a proper captain and how a person should commit themselves to the club. With Romero, again, he has all of those qualities. Romero shows the passion, he shows the commitment, he shows that he's out there on the pitch, giving it his best and trying to put it out there. Now, there is obviously times when Romero's not the best player on the pitch. There's times when I'm watching Romero and I'm like, bro, what are you doing? But what I do think is, again, you've spoken so many times, Mr. Box Office, about last season, about Ange's system. Every time we had you on a show, you wanted to break down how you noticed in the Chelsea game how the high line was going to kill us. And then from then, you was Ange out. You noticed that. So you knew that the defensive structure was a miss. You've said this about 20 times to me. So you know that the structure was a mess. So it's not right for you to judge players on that structure. Do you not think that's fair? You've seen Romero play at a higher level under Conte, under Stellini. In those years, you've seen him play at a way higher level than he did under Ange.
Yeah, but he still wasn't consistent, though. He's been inconsistent for most of his time at Tottenham. So, for me, it goes to the player that is just consistent on the board. Whether he's 7s, 8s, he's consistent on the board. Like I said, Romero's up there, down there, up there, down there, up there, down there, up there, down there. You can't have a captain like that.
Your captain's got to play week in, week out.
I think Danso can play week in, week out.
Only Van der Ven's
no doubt about it.
But I mean, how do you fit Danso in the team then? I need to understand how are you trying to work the team? How is the team?
Well, at the moment, because we've got a problem with Doji at the moment, you play and Spence. I don't think you can just play Spence all the time left back anyway, right? I play Van der Ven on the left, right, left back, and then I'll play Danso and Romero in centre back.
We're not dropping Spence. We're not dropping Spence. We're not dropping Spence to bring Danso in, just to make him captain. No, we're not doing that.
And then you could change it up to you could swap it to then moving it along, and you can play a back three, right?
The back three makes sense. I actually think the reason we're looking at another centre back is because of that. I think he wants to have the option to go to a back three at times. And for him to have that option, we need at least, let's be real, 5 senior centre backs going into the season. Dragusin's not going to be available. I've heard it come out today for another 10 weeks before he's actually back available for Spurs. So you're then looking at October, maybe even a little bit longer. So that's another 2 months into the season without another centre back on. So we're only going into the season with 3 centre backs. You can understand why we need one, especially when you consider out of the 55 games last season, Romero was only available for 26. Van der Ven was only available for 22. So we're looking at 2 injury-prone centre-backs. Do you not feel like we have to sign another senior centre-back in order to combat that?
Not before a full-back, fam.
It's about priorities.
Bro, we literally, I understand the injury argument, but we have Vuskovic and we have Takai. I know when Dragusin will come back, I understand that it'll be a couple months, but we have 5 to 6 centre-backs in and around the first team. We don't need another one. Especially if we're not playing 3-back consistently. We're going to be playing 4-back because the manager hasn't even tried to play 3-back all throughout the pre-season. This was the time to try 3-back if he was going to play it. He's played one formation every game, basically, which is 4-3-3 pretty much. So we know what formations his go-to. And we have to base it on the fact that we've only seen one formation. So if we're going to be playing 4-3-3, we need a fullback. Even if we're playing 3-back, we need a fullback anyway, or a wing back, or we need some form of back, fam, a gal's back, but preferably. But in terms of football, we need something to go on at the wing back. Something.
Oh, you said a gal's back right then, and I was like, "Yo, that's a bit mad."
That's a bit insane, personally. That's a bit insane, personally, isn't it? I can't lie, you be on the rival shows a bit too much, innit, bro? To hear that.
That's what you, bro. It sounded
Personally.
like that for a second. That's all I'm saying. It just sounded like that. Like,
I think it's more. It's worrying.
Because you're looking at players' backs. Don't even.
Bro,
look
it's
at me
worrying
like
that I say a Gyal's back, and the first thing you think of is another man. That's the most worrying bit about that.
Is that not his name? His name's a Gyal. So that's what I heard, isn't it? That's all I'm saying. I thought you said that.
I know you do a lot of shows with a lot of rival shows. You've seen a lot of people in the day. You've probably been on about 5 streams today. I know how hard you work, but thinking of men this much is a bit worrying, fam. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit.